what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday Fun Day. I am Liz, your host for Good Morning Vail on TV8. It's going to be a great, beautiful day, and we have a really wonderful show in store for you guys. Everybody remember to set your clocks back. It's daylight savings today, but so we get an extra hour, and I know the dark early is bugging you all, but guess what? It's the longest dark day of the year, and then it gets a little lighter minute by minute as we go through the winter, and everybody's super stoked about what's coming ahead. We have only days away from the mountain opening, basically probably like 5 days, okay? So get your gear ready for Vail's opening day, and then a week later we have Beaver Creek. So many wonderful things going on in between, lots of great things to do. Get your gear out, get your snowshoes ready, get your skis, your snowboards, whatever you're going to do, and especially those slides. I myself personally like to slide down a hill on a big sled. I just love doing that. I am a kid at heart. I always will be, and that is just so much fun to do during the day. There's still some snow on the ground. Go check it out. We have a great show. If you love puppies, there is a wonderful, wonderful feel-good story for you guys with regards to puppies. Maddie has a great interview with somebody super special. You might recognize her. And we also have a cooking segment that you're going to really enjoy. We love food here at TV8. We know you guys do too, so we like to bring you all kinds of great segments to have a lot of fun in the kitchen and come up with great new recipes. Don't forget to get your winter tires all ready, get your studs out, make sure they're all rotated, get all of the fluids in your car super ready for whatever we have that lies in store for us. Not sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the day when I'm done here, but I know that I'm going to be outside enjoying the beautiful, beautiful day. No matter what you do, be safe, be happy, and love one another. We are going to find out what's going on with the weather right here at the TV8 Weather Center. So let's take a look.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring or fall. You're home in the Rockies that has it all, y'all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee is brewing and you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Who's hungry? I know I'm always hungry, always looking for some really fun things to eat and create in the kitchen. Although I have to admit, my husband does most of the cooking because if I'm in the kitchen, you need Band-Aids, Kleenex, and maybe a life coach because it gets a little emotional for me. But when you really, really know what you're doing and you want to create something unique and fantastic for the family, we have a really great show with Tracy. It's called Colorful Cooking. It's on every Monday through Thursday right after Good Morning Vail here on TV8. And of course, the holidays are coming up, so if you don't always want to do that traditional meal, you want to look for something exotic or a little bit unique. I love crab cakes and I love asparagus. So Tracy is cooking up a really cool asparagus and crab cake meal. You can use that as a special alternative to your family dinner for Thanksgiving, or just add it to one of your regular meals for during the week. Let's take a look and see what Tracy has to give us and show us what we can learn in the kitchen for Colorful Cooking right here on TV8.
Hi, Hi, I'm Tracy Miller with Colorful Cooking, and today we are going to be cooking up some real goodies. Whether you have people visiting or you're going on a picnic or you just want something really healthy for dinner tonight, I've got you covered right here. We're not wasting any time. We're jumping right on into it. So at first we're going to do the asparagus wraps. Now I've already boiled the asparagus and then I shocked them. So that means you boil them in water until they're done, and these were skinny ones. They took like maybe 3 minutes in boiling water. And then I put them in cold water. That stops the cooking process and keeps the nice vibrant color green. So we're making wraps, super easy. And one of the things when you're making wraps that you want to do is microwave your wraps for like 30 seconds because that's going to make them a little bit easier to roll and a little bit easier to work with. So I've got 3 wraps in here that I microwaved for about 30 seconds. They are flour tortillas, delicious and hearty, and those are going to be the base for our asparagus wraps. We start with mayonnaise, and then we've got to add a little sweetness. So this is kind of funny because this is not always a staple at my house, but we're going to put a little ketchup in there as well. That'll give it the sweet flavor, kind of like a Russian dressing, a play on Russian dressing. And then we're going to use a little bit of these chipotles. And now what we're going to do is we are going to put that all over our wrap. So what I've noticed, and I make wraps a lot for my catering company, and what I notice is that if you do a thin layer of the spread all the way around the tortilla, you're going to be in good shape for rolling it and keeping it all together. I have smoked Gouda cheese because this is going to be a smoky wrap. I'm going to put that at the very bottom because what I've noticed is if I try to cut these wraps with asparagus, the asparagus shoots out all over the place. So you really want the asparagus to be on the chipotle so that it doesn't shoot out all over the place when you cut it. Put some lettuce down there. Look at all that. This looks so pretty with all the colors. So then when you roll it, you're just going to go like this. Pull all of that in. Roll it up. I roll these, put them seam side down in the refrigerator, uncovered, because if you cover these flour tortillas with saran wrap, then they're going to get super mushy. Here's the asparagus wraps. I'm going to make one more. We are going to take a quick break. When we return, we're talking all about Brussels sprouts. We're going to get these in the oven, and I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Brussels sprout salad. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Colorful Cooking. We just made some asparagus wraps, which will be great for guests or just for lunch if you're looking for vegetarian. And now we're going to move on. First off, you need to cut the Brussels sprouts. And all the Brussels sprouts, just like with any veggie you're ever working with, they're all different. So when you're baking them, and my oven is at 400 degrees because we're really going to roast these babies, you want everything to be about the same size. So if you're getting some really little Brussels sprouts, then you're not going to want to cut them as much as the big ones. Like this one's a monster, so I'm going to just cut that a little bit more. So we've got these little cuties. They're so cute. They're just like baby cabbages. And then I'm going to put them on my sheet pan. We're going to keep this super simple because the ingredients are fresh and healthy. So mucking them up with a whole bunch of different ingredients is not what we're going to do. Brussels sprouts by themselves. Oven is at 400 degrees. I'm going to pour olive oil over the Brussels sprouts. Doesn't even have to be that much because it's going to kind of melt when you bake it. And then I have a mixture of salt and pepper. This is how I like to do it when I'm in the kitchen. Just make a nice mixture of salt and pepper because that's what I use for everything. And I'm going to really kind of generously cover these Brussels sprouts. And whenever I'm cooking veggies, I definitely put a lot of salt and pepper on them. Okay. The Brussels sprouts, cut up nicely, olive oil, salt and pepper, oven's at 400 degrees. I'm gonna pop them into the oven for about 10 minutes. And this is when a little bit of experience is going to let you know, because if you cook those Brussels sprouts just a little bit too long, they're gonna have no crunch and they're gonna be mushy. And those are the Brussels sprouts that your parents complain about because your grandma used to overcook them all the time. We are going to cook those Brussels sprouts for about 10 minutes, check them because every veggie is different. We're gonna check them, see their doneness, and then put the pears in for about 5 minutes. We've added the pears about 5 minutes before we were finished cooking the Brussels sprouts. And these Brussels took about 10 minutes, but you can expect about 10 to 12 minutes for most Brussels sprouts if you cut them in half. You don't want to overcook them because that's going to make them mushy and gross, and it's gonna make your house smell really bad. So we have the pears that I tossed with a little bit of olive oil and some fresh thyme, and I tossed those right there into the Brussels sprouts. So basically, this is the salad. A half a cup of Brussels sprouts is like 28 calories, and it also contains over 100% of your daily recommended dose of vitamin K. So they're really healthy, and if you're looking to get a little more vitamin K, vitamin C they're high in as well, and lots of other minerals. You know, when you're looking for just like a little sliver of certain minerals, you're going to find a lot of that in Brussels sprouts. So here we have the salad. I did sprinkle a little bit of fresh thyme on the salad, on the pears when I put them in the oven, but now I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more. When you're working with fresh herbs like this, and now this time you have to like definitely get the stems off. So this is a job for the kids. This is what I always give to my kids, and they're like, really, Mom, do we have to do this? But see, if you just kind of do that, then you get the fresh thyme. You don't have to chop it or anything. It's just nice and the little leaves. So we're going to put a little more on that, and then we're going to stir this up a little. Everything's softened up. You can eat this salad warm, or you can eat at room temperature. That's one of the great things about it. And I'm going to tell you what, people are going to like this salad. You're going to be surprised how many people are after your Brussels sprouts when you make this. I like to put a little honey mustard on it. It just brings a sweetness to it and also gives a mustard taste, and mustard and Brussels go really, really nicely together. So I'm just going to stir up my honey mustard, and all this is a combination of sour cream, honey, mustard, and some white wine vinegar, a little salt and pepper, because I put a little salt and pepper on everything. So just lightly put some honey mustard on that, and then there you go. You have your Brussels sprout salad. Super simple, great ingredients. The key to this one is to make sure you cook everything perfectly so that it's not overcooked, and then let it cool down and enjoy it any time of the day. So now we have smoky asparagus wraps, we have a Brussels sprout pear salad, and next we are going to make crab cake. Okay, so you're probably dying to know the biggest secret of making crab cakes, and everybody has their crab cake recipe that they like. Mine, I just like a lot of crab in it, not a lot of filler, but you do need some filler or the crab cakes aren't going to stick together. So the biggest secret is when you buy your crab, and I buy mine from Costco, I get this big one because it's actually delicious crab, but it kind of gets a little wet, so you have to wring it out a little, like I'm gently squeezing the crab. Like, you don't want to be tough with it. It's very delicate. It's delicious. It's tender. And we're just happy that somebody else got it out of the shell for us. But this is what you do. This is the #1 tip, in my opinion, that I can give you to make good crab cakes. You get all of this moisture out of here. See, as you get to the bottom, there's just so much. And then you're going to get a nice sear on your crab cake, and it's not going to steam up. Okay, easy enough. We have all this beautiful crab. It's nice. It's claw meat. It's delicious. I'm going to add some parsley, a little bit of green in there. We are going to add some red onion. Onion's not my favorite, but it's very good for you, and a lot of people like the onion in here, and it's definitely missed if you don't add it. I add a tiny, tiny bit of Creole seasoning, and it doesn't, whatever the Creole seasoning is you have at home, I just add a little bit of that just to give it some flavor. I do add a little salt and pepper. We'll go back to what I said earlier, salt and pepper everything. 1 egg that has been slightly beaten, that's going to help bind everything together. I do a little bit of mayonnaise to give it a nice creamy texture, and then some breadcrumbs. Ball them up. Look at that, pat them down a little. Squeeze them in on the side, and then I put them in my pan. When I'm dropping them into my pan, I wiggle it around a little bit so that the olive oil goes under all of the crab. These are crab cakes. They are delicious. We will be talking more when we get back. You're watching Colorful Cooking. All right, look at this appetizer platter right here. This is all we did. This could be a full dinner, actually. You could have the asparagus as an appetizer, and then you could have the Brussels sprout salad and the crab cakes as a dinner if you wanted that way, or a very nice lunch. Now I have a quick little basil aioli. It's just a mixture of mayonnaise, sour cream, basil, and lemon juice, and I like to serve that right on top of my crab cakes. If I'm serving for a crowd, I only do it on a few, but if I'm serving for myself, I do it on every single one. I'm Tracy Miller with Colorful Cooking, Brussels sprout salad, asparagus wraps, and crab cakes today. I hope you enjoy these recipes and eat healthy.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
With all of the cold weather coming up, a lot of us like to play indoors. If you like to throw some axes, if you like cornhole and lots of other indoor activities, there's a really super cool place in Vail, and you can throw some axes and you can do a lot of really fun things. It's called Wood and Steel Axe. Check out all the great indoor activities that they have in store for us, as well as watch Maddie toss an axe or two.
If you're looking for something fun to do, well, there's a great way to kill some time and have a good time while you're doing it. And we're at Wood and Steel Axe right now, and I'm here with Tony Herrera. Thank you for meeting me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys coming out and experiencing axe throwing. We absolutely love what we do in here, and pumped you're here.
They don't let me use knives on TV, even to cut like watermelon, so the fact that they're letting me use an axe is amazing. You guys don't just offer axes, though. You have a lot of really fun things to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can come in here, have a great time. We have foosball, cornhole, Jenga, ring toss games. We even have kids axe throwing for the youngsters that want to come in and have a good time throwing axes. So there's lots to do in here.
And not only that, but you have a great bar, which is directly behind us, so people can come in, they can really just enjoy, and you guys have such a cool and unique space that it's really just a fun place to hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. No reservations needed. You can come in here and just hang out at the bar, grab a drink, play some Jenga with some friends, and just have a good time.
And you guys have been here for how long, and how did you get started?
So we've been partnering with the Grand Hyatt in Vail for about 2.5 years. Our business started in 2019 with one mobile axe throwing trailer, where we really felt that we wanted to bring axe throwing to you. So we activate space, event centers, corporate outings, team buildings, you name it. Now we have 3 axe throwing trailers that travel the entire state, and we have our indoor facility here. It's 3,500 square feet. It has 4 axe bays with 8 targets, and then of course all the games that we mentioned too.
I know, and I was looking at the cornhole earlier. That's like a perfect place to do it. That way, if maybe you're not the best at throwing axes, you can throw some nice little cornhole bags and enjoy your time here.
Yeah, that's right. It's a great place to come in, especially indoors. There's not many places where you can throw bags indoors in Vail. And we're coming up on our ski season, so no better time to come indoors and have a good time.
Especially as these temperatures are starting to drop, it's going to be hard to want to stay out all night and all day outside. Although we all love to ski and snowboard, this is a great way to maybe do some après.
Absolutely. Come in here, après, relax a little bit, right? We want you to rewind, come in and just enjoy a good time, and relax is most importantly. Get ready for your next work day, get ready for your next ski day. Come on in.
And you guys do large parties here as well. So if someone is coming to town, maybe a bachelor or bachelorette party, and they want to get everyone here to have a great time, that's something that they can arrange with you guys.
Absolutely. They can contact us. We can do large events. We can host up to 120 people in our indoor facility. Again, we can always come out to you at your location too, which is a lot of fun. And then we organize team buildings and games and all sorts of engagement exercises for your team to just really connect with one another. Get out of that 9 to 5, get out of that cubicle that you're in, and really connect with your team.
Which I think is so important, and I think especially now after we're just coming off COVID, people have been kind of distant from each other. This is a great way to get right back into the swing of things. Get it? Haha, I'm
Good
so
one.
funny. And kind of do something a little bit different.
Absolutely, right? Axe throwing, it's an exhilarating experience, right? You don't get to do this every day, right? So we get to put you in a little bit of an uncomfortable experience in a safe way. We're very adamant about coaching and safety. So when you come and hang out with us, we have a coach with you. We're teaching you the whole thing. We're showing you the safety, giving you some tips and tricks to really have a good time axe throwing. We want you to leave here when you're visiting us, or as a local, come visit us. But when you leave here, go back to your hometown, experience axe throwing in your hometown too.
Which I think is so amazing, and this is something that we really enjoy having here, especially because you guys do such a great job with any of the events that you get to go to and be a part of. And then the space here, like I've said, is wonderful, and it just looks like a ton of fun. And so I think you're going to teach me how to throw an axe, which I'm just a little bit nervous for.
I'd love to have the opportunity. I think we should do it.
All right, let's go learn how to throw an axe. Now we've made our way to the bay, and this is where things are going to get a ton of fun. We're going to learn how to throw some axes right now, and you're kind of a professional in this.
I don't know about professional, but I've been throwing axes for a long time, and I think we can get you to stick one today.
All right, I think that we can too, as long as my shoulder doesn't give out on us. But I think that let's go through the motions of kind of what I need to learn to be able to do this, since I've never done it before.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to swap spots with you. I'm going to have you jump up into the red box. This red box really is more just for reference. So I'm going to place you in a spot where I think you're going to throw that axe. This black line right here, don't worry about that either. It's really just a settling line. And what we mean by that is just don't cross that line until everything settles, right? That's kind of one of the safety measures that we have. All right? So one thing we're going to do is just hand you an axe right here. Just go ahead and hang on to that. I want you to hold on to that axe like a baseball bat. All right? So non-dominant hand on the bottom, dominant hand right on top. I want your feet about inside shoulder width apart. Go ahead and scoot up just a little bit, right about there. That should be a good start. And I want you to take that axe and bring it all the way back and scratch your back. You're not going to throw just yet. I'm going to step out of the way.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
And then we're just going to step and throw. Okay, you're going to come down here in a striking motion and just release your hands and let it fly out. Make sure we're not flicking our wrists. That's where some of the crazy stuff starts to happen. Just let it fly right out. You're going to stick that axe in that board, I guarantee it.
Perfect.
All right? Would you like me to show you how to do it real quick?
Yeah, but you're going to do it, I'm sure, in like finesse.
I don't know about finesse, but I'll show you a one-handed trick that we like to do when we're throwing axes. And we can teach you this whenever you come in and make a reservation with us. We do all sorts of tips and tricks, two-hand, one-hand. We even got a fun underhand one that maybe we can get into as well. So just going to step and throw, just like so. It's very simple. Anybody can do it.
Okay, perfect.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so you're going to scratch your back, step and throw just like you're throwing a ball. All right, that's a good effort right there. You really did great. I'm just going to have you step back just a little bit. One thing you'll find with our coaches is that we can really dial you in based on your height, your arm stretch, and your whole step. It's crazy, I know, but I think you're going to stick it right here.
There's a method to the madness.
There's a method to the madness for sure.
All right.
All right, third time's the charm, right?
Right.
Okay, here we go. I want you to aim just a little bit higher, all right? So you're going a little bit low, so I want you to release just a little bit higher. You're coming down too low. Get you right up here, okay? And there you go. Third time's the charm. That's one thing that we really pride ourselves at Wood and Steel. 3 or less, we're going to get you to stick an axe. Great job.
People are interested in coming to do this because it is a ton of fun. You guys have a great bar. You just have a great ambiance here. What's the best way for them to make a reservation if they want to do so?
Great question. So best way, certainly contact us or get it on our website at woodandsteelaxe.com. There's a little link on there. Click book now. You can book your reservation at the time that you feel is going to fit best for your schedule. Before dinner or after dinner is a great time to come and visit us.
And then if people want to follow you guys on social media, see the fun, and maybe learn some tips and tricks, where can they find you?
Yeah, Wood and Steel Axe. So right up top here, so you can find us at hashtag Wood and Steel Axe, Facebook, Instagram, all your social media accounts, you can find us.
Tony, thank you so much, and thanks for helping me get that bullseye.
Awesome. Great job.
Make sure that you come in, you check it out. It's a ton of fun here. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring or fall, You're home in the rocket that has it all, y'all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee is brewing and you're on your way. The phone is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
If you're looking for a great way to help educate your children, well, the Eagle Valley Library District is the way to do that. And I'm standing here with Tegan Davis, who's going to give us all that information and then some. Good morning, Tegan.
Yes. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for meeting us here.
Yeah.
I love the library.
Thanks for coming over. I appreciate you making the trip.
The whole 100 yards across the street. It's so convenient where you guys are located because you're right here, easy to access from anywhere in Avon. You've got great parking right out front, and you guys have so many great programs and resources for the early childhood development.
We do. So we have early literacy story times at all 3 libraries, so Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum. And when we talk early literacy, we're talking babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. So read to your babies, read to your young ones, because you'll help develop their brain so that they're school ready. We also have brochures that people can take out if they want to learn more on their own at home. But what our librarians do is they model a story time so parents can take those skill sets and be their child's first teacher at home. So we have all sorts of resources for parents to be their child's first teacher, as well as you can come into Storytime and work on talking, singing, reading, playing, and writing. Those are the 5 early literacy skills to set your child up for success. So I kind of wanted to show you with wee ones, so the babies, the littles, when you're born, you don't have 20/20 vision. So it's important to pick out the high contrast books. And for adults, you're just like, all right, this might not be all that exciting for adults. But again, cats. And so then you can tell a story about a cat, or you can point to the cat, because babies really, they can't focus 20/20. So it's good to have it close and then read to your child right here. And the high contrast is really what's going to attract their attention. So there's all sorts of ones, like that's just pointing out animals. This one is actually a story. I kissed the baby. So lots of loves and hugs and cuddles with this book. And then right behind you, it gets exciting. So
I love when things get exciting. And I love all of this information because these are things I didn't know.
Right. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm sharing. Yeah. And so some of them have puppets. So again, as you're reading, you can have a little puppet to entertain as well.
Oh, cute.
And then you got the lift flat books. So again, babes are going to explore with their hands, with their mouths. It's okay. And these ones are lift flat, so there's a little surprise.
Aww.
So with the young children, they can't anticipate what's under here. So it really is a surprise for them. So they're like, oh my gosh, toes. And so this one's good because it talks about all your body parts. So then you can go with your child and you can touch all their body parts as well. And then again, because they're very tactile, that's how they learn. This is Llama, Llama, Sand, and Sun. So squishy ball, felty towel, and then, this one's always good. So just different types of textures that kids can explore and then get a little bit enrichment out of the story. And they, again, rhyme, so you're building that phonological awareness when you're rhyming. And these books will help you out, so you don't have to come up with the rhymes all on your own.
See, this is all such great information, and especially as someone who doesn't have any children, this is like a class, a pre-class of having a child.
Well, exactly. Well, just so you know what to do with kids, or you can share with your friends, because sometimes there's that, it's snowing outside, what can we do? You can come to the library, you can check out these books, you can join us for story time, you can bring them home whether you're a resident or a visitor. We don't expect visitors to pack up 30 books and fly over here with them. So you can come to the library, get a library card, and you can explore. And these are just silly ones. These are just fun ones. So Peekaboo, Bruce is a very grumpy bear, and he tries to hide from his goslings, and so that's a fun one to play with kids as well. And then this one's just silly, Moo Ba La La La, because it talks about how the animals say there's certain songs, but then the pigs say la la la, and so you can ask your child, is that how a pig sounds? And they'd be like, no. And so you can go over the animal noises, and you can just have fun. And again, this is an excellent rhyming one. So we have lots of board books, are what these called, because they're more sturdy for the little ones to bend and play and turn the pages without ripping. And we also have them in bilingual and Spanish. So we got a plethora of books for your wee ones.
So many great options, and it's really important that people do this because it does help develop all of these intense skills that kids need, and it'll help them so much as they approach school.
Exactly. So research has shown like 0 to 5 is the most important time for brain development. So you want to be engaging your child. Again, reading, talking, playing, writing, or singing. And when we talk about writing, you just give them, the age-appropriate crowns, like the big fat crowns, and just let them explore on the paper. And pretty soon, what they're going to notice is that these squiggles actually mean something. And so you're building that word recognition, that letter recognition, so that they're set up for reading in school.
Which is so important, and it'll help them in the long run. And you guys have so many great resources. You guys also have excellent librarians on all 3 locations that can help parents kind of make their way through this process.
Yep, if you have any questions, our librarians are here to help you. They're here to help you select books. We also have story time kits, so if you're just like, I'm in a hurry, here's a bag to go, story time on the go. And then you can bring your family in here and you can participate in story time. You can come in and play. We have lots of things for kids to do at the library.
And so if people are interested in getting a library card, this is my favorite question to ask, only because it's so easy to get a library card.
We tried really hard to make it as easy as possible. So you just need to bring a photo ID, whether that's your rec pass, ski pass, just something that identifies you as you, and you come into the library. Again, residents, visitors, if you're just here working the season, you can come get a library card at our libraries, and you'll walk away with hopefully all the things you want.
Which makes it so convenient. And then, of course, you guys have great programmings and events that you do throughout all 3 libraries. And so if people are interested in that, what's the best way for them to get more information?
Stay updated on our website, which is evld.org.
Tegan, thank you so much for spending time with us and giving me all of this great information.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I feel like my brain grows every time I come in here because you teach me so much.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. So yeah, any questions, come on by. If we don't have it, we'll try to get it for you.
Make sure that you come to the Eagle Valley Library District. That way you can help with all of your children's early childhood development because it's so important. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
We all know that when you're going from fall to winter out here in Eagle County and all over Colorado, you never know what you're going to get. You're going to get some warm days that sneak in and you get to enjoy, put your car away and get back outside on the ground. And what better way to enjoy the day than on a shift bike? We're going to take a look right now at TV8's Visitors Bureau to find out how you can get yourself on a shift bike and enjoy your day.
Welcome to the TV8 Visitors Bureau. I'm one of your hosts, Maddie Evans. Now we've got a really cool new concept taking place here in the town of Avon, Eaglevale, and Vail. And it's a great way to use as an alternative. Instead of driving your car, you can shift your ride to one of these incredible electric bikes behind me. Now this is a really cool rental system, and you can control it all right from the power of your hands, right from your cell phone by downloading the Shift Bike app. And then from there, you can get over there and enjoy the incredible amenities that these bikes have to offer. We're going to walk you through it, but in order to do it, you have to download the app. So Shift Bike is the app, and then you can use the coupon code Shift Your Ride for the first 30 minutes free. And we're going to walk you through the pricing and everything here and how you can get one of the bikes. Let's get started. Once you get into the app, you can see exactly which location you would like to pick up the bike, how many bikes are available, and then where you can deliver the bike to. So you can see starting in Avon, making your way through Eaglevale, all the way to Vail Village, and then even down into East Vail. You can collect bikes, drop bikes off, and enjoy your ride on these nice electric bikes. Once you've scanned the QR code to get the bike unlocked, it's really important that you have safety first, so always make sure that you have your helmet with you. That way you can pop that on and you're nice and safe. Now, once you get the bike unlocked, it's super easy. You'll just take that lock right off the back. You'll see that you'll have this big, nice coiled cord, but there's a hook on the back for you to hook that to so that it is nice and out of your way while you are riding the bike. That way you're nice and safe and everyone around you is nice and safe so you don't tip over on the bike. And then once you've got that all secured, you're all set to go. You can just kick that kickstand up and start enjoying your ride. Now remember that these are pedal assist and there are some rules. To get the bike back to where you got it or to get it to your next destination, you can always use the app to see all of the great places where you can drop these off. Once you are done on your adventure on the Shift bikes, they're a ton of fun, and you can see that you can get going pretty fast on them, especially with that nice little pedal assist. You'll take the bike back, lock it back up in one of the great charging stations that they have available, and then once you're done locking it up, make sure that you take your app out and you end the ride, because it is going to make sure that that bike is in the correct spot for you to have ended your ride, and that way it will not continue to charge you. That has been this edition of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We can't wait to bring you more great information, but make sure that you get out there and you use the Shift bike to shift your ride throughout the community.
Good morning, Vail.
We are such a big dog-loving family here at TV8, and I know we are a huge dog-loving community right out here in the Rocky Mountains. We love our pooches, and we love to just love them to death and just have a great day with them, and they make our lives more special and more exciting. Well, sometimes you come around a story that everybody just needs to hear. This is a story that's going to break your heart, but it's also going to make your heart. It's going to be all about puppies that were rescued, and it's a wonderful interview that Maddie, our very own sweet Maddie, is having with her mom, Ashley. We all know Ashley does a really great job for many, many years with rescues with Great Pyrenees and all of that, and she finds new homes for them. Well, this is no different. She is taking in the surviving puppies, and we are going to find them homes. You have to watch this interview. Get a Kleenex or two, but it is a really beautiful, touching story. And let's see what Maddie and Ashley are doing to find these puppies a new forever home.
If you're an avid dog lover like myself or many of the people in our fabulous community, then it's important that you know where some of these dogs get rescued from. And again, I'm spending time with my favorite person ever to chat with in the morning, my mom, Ashley Blackham with the Great Pyrenees Rescue Montana. And wait until you see what she has in her arms. Good morning, Mom.
Hi, Matt.
Look at that teeny tiny little jelly bean.
Little nugget, huh?
He's itty bitty. And so let's just talk briefly about where these dogs just came from, only because this is something that you guys see repetitively year after year in the rescue, where these dogs are just found.
Right. So the sheep ranchers around the Intermountain West utilize private land and also BLM land to graze their sheep all summer. And with those sheep are the livestock guardian dogs. They don't spay or neuter typically, and they don't GPS track. So when they bring the sheep down, if the dogs don't follow, then a lot of times, and in this situation, we get big weather and they're stuck. They can't get down. These little nuggets are not ambulatory enough to have made it down off the mountain, and luckily, a good Samaritan and a good landowner, rancher, was willing to let us get the puppies down off the mountain. We were not able to catch the mom.
Which, it's really crazy when these things happen, because you guys can be in such a place of, I mean, the landscape in these areas is insane. We'll just put it at that. And so to get some of these dogs, to even find these dogs sometimes isn't possible until spring comes and there are these like 6-month-old puppies, because clearly these are fresh little dogs. And so then there are these 6-month-old puppies running through the mountains by themselves as people start to re-engage with this BML or privately owned land.
Right, correct. And I mean, I don't know if you recall, a couple of years ago, we had a snowmobiling guide run his group up outside of this area in Park City, and came upon a male that had been feeding off of a elk carcass. He wasn't looking good, and but the avalanche danger was so high that year. We'd had really volatile snowpack, and the only way into him was not just snowmobiling, but very experienced snowmobilers. So we took this wonderful human, took 50 pounds of food up to this dog all winter until it melted off enough that the dog was able to get down and get out of that dangerous area.
Which is so crazy to think about, that these livestock guardian dogs are completely left on mountains to fend for themselves, not only for food, but water and shelter and security, which is so astonishing to me because I myself own a livestock guardian dog, and we talk about it so frequently, a queen bee, a Miss Beatrice, and I know that she could do it because that was the first 6, 7, 8 months of her life. But now having her in my house, I don't think that she could return to that life. And it's so crazy that there's instances where dogs get pregnant, get left on the mountain, and then are left there to not only fend for themselves, but to raise these puppies. And now we have a video of how the puppy that you currently have in your hand was found, and you can see that they were just out there by themselves.
Yeah. So, I mean, the biggest argument and the biggest improvement we would like to make on these ranching dogs, because they are bred for this, and it is a wonderful thing that they do, and is that if there were GPS tracking, right, or I don't know, maybe spay and neuter, then there wouldn't have been puppies, and they would have been able to keep track of how many dogs were up and how many dogs were down. The shepherds come from Peru around here, and so there is a language barrier, obviously. But if they bring the sheep down and the dogs don't follow, no one goes back to look.
Which that's the most devastating part, because we found Beatrice in the mountains right after spring, and so she must have been up there for her entire adolescent dog life before she was found by us. And even when she was found, or by you guys, I say us because whenever I can help, I do. But she was found by you guys, and she was in kind of a state of disarray.
Right. Well, she was a mess. But interesting about Bee, though, is obviously her coat was a mess. Who knows, what she had eaten or what she had gone through. She was very thin. But whatever rancher had her in his pack, she was spayed.
Right. So she was there to be a dog and live on the mountain, and just it didn't go well for her.
Yeah, somehow she got disconnected. Well, and the sheep herders, I don't know the exact distance, but I do know with cattle and livestock grazing on BLM land, they have to move a certain amount of distance every day so the land doesn't get overgrazed. So there's so much opportunity to lose dogs.
Right.
As you know, with Bee, I mean, they do wander. They make a perimeter, they come back to their place, but they do wander. So if they happen to be wandering at night or in the morning or whatever, when these shepherds are moving their flock, then there's an opportunity all year really for them to get displaced.
And so, like the puppies that you guys have right now and that you guys are just taking such great care of, and I know it's financially challenging to be putting this much money into saving 4 little teeny tiny schmupple puppies, which one of them actually found a success story already and has already found a home, the 5th one. But now the 4 that you guys have and that you guys are keeping and that you guys are nourishing to become beautiful grown-up dogs. If people want to get involved to donate money, you guys have an auction right now taking place on Facebook that people can get some great items at.
That's right. GPRM Fall Fundraising Auction 2022, I think, is the way to find it. But yeah, there's some great things. There's some trips. There's a really beautiful stay at an Airbnb in the mountains here in Utah. There's lots of good things. And these aren't the only puppies we have right now. And we have some 4-month-old, some 5-month-old, like you were saying, that did survive the first go around and now are needing to, get shots, get spayed, get neutered, a lot of them need training, as you know. I always get the ones that need socialization and training and months of work, and it is costly, and we do run entirely off donations.
Which is so incredible that you guys are able to bring this together and do so much for these puppies. I am like melting over here over the fact that he just had his paws crossed.
I know.
And that
he
he's
really wants his family.
Just letting out these little teeny tiny whines. And now you guys have had these little guys just for a short period of time, but you're going to keep them. That way you guys can help them find the most successful home.
That's correct. Yeah, we don't adopt anything out till it's fully vetted, spayed, neutered. Obviously with the extra large breeds, females especially, the spay has to happen a little bit later, and a lot of times they will go to their forever home with a voucher. and a contract, and the rescue pays for it. But yeah, they're here for a while.
They're here for a while, and they're going to be ready right around Christmas time to maybe make their way into their forever homes.
Right. Yep.
Look at that little cry. Look at that teeny tiny little face. And now you guys mentioned a little bit about the breed as I was looking through the website, or looking online specifically at your Facebook, which should just be the website, that you guys think that they are Border Collie Great Pyrenees mixes.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty typical matching that the ranchers in Utah use. Obviously, the Border Collies keep the herd herded, and the peers protect them.
Which is so incredible, and these dogs are just so smart and so prepared for whatever life is throwing at them, which is the incredible part, but it's really challenging when you see puppies that are left on the mountain. And now, the thing that I didn't want to mention that I think it's important to mention is when you guys found the puppy, there were originally 8 of them, and you currently have 4. One of them has already found a home where it's going to be in a safe place, which means that unfortunately 3 of the puppies did not make it.
Yeah, it's a hard reality, right? I mean, it's very, very cold. We got a lot of snow really quickly. These puppies are very healthy. They've already seen the vet, so I don't know what the demise was of the other ones. I can only imagine that cold, you know.
Right.
But I don't know. And
now we're showing a video of where these puppies currently are, just getting nice, fat, happy, and loving their life. Mom, thank you so much for everything that you do for the dogs. Now, if people are interested, one more time, where can they go to get some more information?
Great Pyrenees Rescue Montana. Just put that in your search engine and you'll pop right up.
And then if people are interested in participating in the auction or maybe just donating money, they can do so from the website as well, correct?
That's right. And we also have a 501c3. That's Great Pyrenees Rescue Resources, Utah, Montana. You could Google that as well if you're interested in the tax donation part of it.
Mom, thank you so much for all you do. Thanks for sharing that little teeny tiny squealing nugget with us this morning, and thanks for helping always save the dogs.
Thank you, Matt. Thanks for having us on.
Make sure that if you have room in your home or your heart, although they're the big gentle giants that have some very wonderful personality traits, you open your home to bring one of these guys into it, because it will be a decision that will change your life for the better. So check out the Great Pyrenees Rescue, Montana and Utah. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring or fall, you're home in the rocket that has it all, y'all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee is brewing and you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to your Good Morning Vail on a Sunday fun day. I had a great hour with you all. Thanks again for tuning in and being so supportive of all of us here at TV8. We have a great show for you in store all week long. We have Gretchen and Maddie and Kevin and, of course, Mark. Everybody's going to bring you some wonderful entertainment and let you know what's going on in our community. And don't forget, you guys, if you want to adopt a puppy, reach out to us here at TV8, because there are 4 sweet special babies waiting for their home. Enjoy the week, and don't forget, everybody, turn your clocks back, because we have winter coming up, and we're going to have an extra hour to play and enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will be seeing you right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies